Hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning in with me today. Today on Extraordinary Living, I want to talk about the keto diet. The keto diet is a very popular trend right now. I see it all over Facebook and the internet. And for me, it's a diet that I found out about shortly before it became so popular on the internet. I heard about it about probably 2 years, 3 years ago, but I never really gave it a try because I wasn't sure if I wanted to do something that required me to not eat carbohydrates. But anyway, I did eventually try the keto diet, and I actually fell in love with the keto diet. So I want to share some information about how it actually works, and I would like to provide some tips on ways to be successful with, ways to be successful while using this method for weight loss. So basically, the keto diet is considered to be one of the healthiest ways to lose a considerable amount of weight in a very short period of time. It is a low carbohydrate diet. It requires that you automatically give up 5 particular forms of carbohydrates, and those are breads, cereal, rice, potatoes, and pasta. You automatically have to get rid of those things, and if you keep those 5 things in mind, it makes it a whole lot easier for you to just eliminate a lot of carbs at one time. So, breads, cereal, rice, pasta, and potatoes. Absolutely none of those things. But you may eat berries, such as blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries, but you cannot eat fruits such as bananas and apples, oranges, things of that nature, because apparently they contain too much sugar. So berries are the only exceptions to the rule when it comes to fruit. So this is a diet where you do not want to eat a lot of fruit. However, it is good, or this diet encourages you to consume plenty of fats. So that's one of the things that are very interesting and very different about the keto diet. It encourages the consumption of fats, such as the fats found on ribeye steaks, chicken thighs, pork chops, things of that nature. The fat in the oils that you will find in ground beef, those fats are good for you when you're on the keto diet. Since you will be practically alleviating the carbs from your body, the carbs will not be able to provide your body with the energy that it needs to function. So you will get your energy from the fats, from the oils and the fatty meats that you take. So you are encouraged to eat plenty of meats and plenty of vegetables. There's just the amount of vegetables that you can eat is almost unlimited, but there are certain beans that you are not encouraged to eat because they do have a certain amount of carbs in them. So it's very important that you do the research on what is acceptable and what is not. But to keep things simple, if you just eliminate those 5 things that I pointed out earlier and increase the amount of meats and green vegetables that you eat, you will definitely be on the right path with that. To give you some insight on what it was like for me, I started the keto diet in on April 27th of 2018, and I lost 20 pounds by May 26th of 2018, and then another 10 pounds within the next month or so by July of 2018. Once I lost that 30 pounds, I got a little distracted, and I did not continue to just stick with the no carb diet, but I did maintain the 30 pounds. I've been maintaining that 30-pound loss by simply counting my calories and keeping my calorie intake below 1,500 calories per day. Now I would like to just share some special tips that help you to deal with the psychological aspects of trying to take on a diet such as this one, because most of us love carbohydrates and it's very difficult for us to discipline ourselves to stick to something of this nature. So I have a few tips that I would like to give that to help you be successful when you start to notice yourself having cravings. When you start to crave the heavy carbs such as potato chips and crackers and sandwiches with that require breading and things of that nature, that's when you need to eat your meats, because meats help you to feel full. So anytime you start craving those white carbs, you really want to just go ahead and eat some meat, whether it's cold cuts or even if it's a piece of baked chicken, anything that's meat that has no breading on it, and that should help you to just feel that hole. That basically it just needs to be filled up, and then you'll say, okay, I'm fine now. And then when you start to crave the sweet carbs, such as chocolates and cakes and cookies and things of that nature, you need to always have some nuts and berries available. You can eat plenty of nuts because they are forms of protein, and eat maybe some blackberries or cranberries. I personally ate a lot of cranberries with my nuts and raisins. But I didn't eat as many raisins because they were not on the approved list for keto. I stuck with the cranberries the most. So I would eat dried cranberries and nuts. Whenever I felt like I wanted to eat a Snickers bar or something like that, I would get the nuts and the cranberries and eat those. Also, I do not suggest that you just jump right into the keto diet without having gone through some type of process to prepare yourself for this diet. For me, I was able to have some success with it. First of all, because my husband was 100% supportive and he was willing to eat the things that I was cooking for myself. So that made it a lot easier. But also, what made it easier was the fact that about 6 months prior to starting the keto diet, I had already dedicated myself to eating a 1,500 calorie diet per day. So I was documenting all of my calories in an app on my phone. And because I was documenting these calories in the app every day, I was already starting to eliminate carbohydrates from my diet because the carbohydrates were basically taking up all of my calories. So anytime you're counting calories and giving yourself a calorie limit, you're going to have to reduce the amount of carbs that you are taking in. So I was already in the mindset of reducing carbohydrates because I was trying to reduce calories. So I had a 6-month period where I was kind of training myself to reduce the carbs that I was taking in every day. One of the first things that I got rid of was beverages that contain sugar. So I basically got to the point where I was drinking water. No fruits such as grape juice, orange juice. I wasn't taking in any of those because they all have calories. So water became my best friend for the first time since I've been an adult. Everything else was taken away from my calorie budget, and I wanted to be able to eat food. So no sweet tea, no lemonade, no Hawaiian punch, and like I said, none of those fruit juices. So that was something that I was already accustomed to. And then I was cutting out the potato chips, which is a real weakness for me. Absolutely no sodas. And once you get those little things out of your system, it makes it a lot easier for you to say, okay, I think I'm ready to go on the keto diet. So those are a few tips that I thought I could share. Another thing is they say that the keto diet is not something that you want to be on for long term. You want to try to do it for a few months and then just go back to a more balanced diet for a few months. And then maybe if you need to lose some more weight, you can try it again, which is what I'm planning to do because I have not reached my goal. I lost 30 pounds, but my goal was 60 pounds, so that means I'm only halfway there. So, anyway, those are my tips pertaining to the keto diet. I hope that this has been helpful to someone. So, thank you for tuning in. You're living your extraordinary lives.